right, now it's that time in every live stream where you set everything up, you press all the buttons, and then you have to wait to see if it's actually working. Um, let's see. It looks like I am indeed live. It worked. Okay, this is a first for me. It's working right off the bat. First time. Okay, this is great. So let me just see. I gotta mute this here. All right. So it's working. Hey T1000, how's it going? I'm in Shards Motion. What's up, dude? So I just want to do a quick stream today to first of all thank a big thanks to everybody who shared my video about the whole United cock up. But boob, how's it going? Dude, the volume is low, probably because of this. I have a tendency of forgetting that my microphone is stashed away. So I just wanted to quickly say hi to everybody that subscribed to my channel following that video on the whole United fallout. Some guy, that's his actual name, said, love the new booty video. He's referring, of course, to my interview with Ashley Resch. She's a local Instagram celebrity. I should have put in her, what's it called? Her YouTube channel in the description too. It's echoing apparently. Somebody said it's hard because there's always somebody who says there's something wrong with the stream, and then they will say, "Hey, this is going on with your stream," but then nobody else is reporting this. This is like a very localized thing. Shards Motion just said, I don't know why, but the fact that you just said my name got be hyped. I assume he said me, MMB being so close on the keyboard. Holy shit, Tim is here. Tim, how's it going, dude? I got your Star Wars stuff here ready for whenever you can pick it up, or if you, we gotta hang out. Tim on the chat right now, Tim Truax. He's one of my buddies. He has a podcast, a local podcast here in Calgary. They talk about comic books, action figures, Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars. Tim is a huge Star Wars guy. The Nerd Room. So yeah, great to see you here. Some guy said, I'm actually a new sub. I really love the way you talk about things. I'm really glad that you're here. There's 55 people watching this. This is awesome. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody who subscribes to the channel following that whole United thing. I'm actually hoping United keeps fucking up, because if you looked at my catalog, my back catalog of videos, it seems like I do really well when people fuck up. When Shia did this whole "He Will Not Divide Us" protest, I also did really well in those two videos that I did. Star Predator 64 said he's not the only one hearing echo. I hear it too. It shouldn't be echoing because all of the stuff here is a really bad echo. See, like I said, every single stream starts to like, oh, is it working? Is the camera right? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Every stream is like this. Tim says, awesome, bro. Just heading out east for 10 day tomorrow. Calgary Expo. Yes, Calgary Expo is like the local quote-unquote Comic-Con. I say quote-unquote because it's not associated with Comic-Con. It's a completely different event, but it's an easy way to explain to people what it is. It's a nerd convention. You got your action figures, your panels, your comic books, your toys, everything. Mateo Zahiki asks, where's Beba? For those who don't know, Beba's my wife. Her name is Rebecca. She used to go by Becca, and then holy shit! Ray just gave me $5 Brazilian, and he say, hey, you will not escape me, even in the English channel. P.S. Your voice is echoing. Let's hear this here real quick. Yes, I am definitely echoing. You guys are not. You guys are right about that. Let me check here real quick why that is happening. I think I know why. It's because of this. I should be fine now. Test 1 2 3. Should not be echoing anymore. Tim says, congrats on a huge video. Yet, Stem, this was, even for, as you know, I have, holy shit, what is going on here? Wow, I need to get a haircut. I'm going to Brazil in about a week for a talk. I can't go on stage like this. It's the reverb. Okay, it worked. All right, awesome. 5-minute movie guy. Dude, thank you so much for being here. So yeah, I'm going to say Brazilian dollars because it makes more sense for the Americans on the stream. I forgot completely what I was talking about. What was I saying? Am I witnessing the first live stream scratch point? First of all, thank you so much for being here. Yes, you are. I've tried to do English streams before, but I didn't have the audience for an English stream, and I always have a problem with my Google Hangouts. It's set up to my original channel, so whenever I try to stream, it would go to my main Brazilian channel. But yeah, reverb is still reverbing. Yeah, what was the hair with the booty video? Asks Mariano. Of course, he's talking about the video I did with Ashley Resch, a super hot local Instagram model. that video was actually recorded about a month ago. I was trying something on with my hair that I wasn't proud of, and I'm sorry you guys had to sit through that. But I imagine nobody's gonna be looking at me in that video, so I don't know. Luis Wurlitzer. That's I'm thinking he's from the south of Brazil. Caio Bandeira, holy shit! Just pitched in $50 Brazilian, and he said mouse face. Echo is back. I see it is. I see that the thing turned itself on. What the fuck? This thing turned. Okay, I would show you, but it's too much work. The secondary microphone. It's the microphone in the camera. That's what you guys were hearing. It turned itself on after I already turned it off. But yeah. So, first of all, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your donation. As you guys all know, us YouTubers, content creators, we've been getting a beating due to the whole adpocalypse thing that's going on in YouTube. In case you don't know, a very quick summary. There's been a problem with controversial content on YouTube. A lot of advertisers pulled their support, pulled their business with YouTube, and as a result, we're making a lot less money. To give you an idea, one of my last videos, the United scandal thing, it got about 370,000 views, and I made about $60. 3 years ago, I would have made close to $600 from a video like that. Literally 10 times less. It's a problem for a lot of people. 5-minute movie guys, it's kind of taking over. Izzy, beware. I'm keeping an eye out on it now. Swear to God, the thing just turned itself on. How crazy is that? He will not divide us, said Pedro. Some guys say don't go homeless. Thankfully, some guy. Where are you from, by the way? I'm very curious. And how old are you? I'm always curious about the people who actually give me the time of day. John Medeiros, $10 Brazilian, and he says, keep up the good work, Izzy. Hugs from Belo Horizonte, Mouseface. For those who don't know, Mouseface is a meme from my podcast. I have two podcasts. One is called 99 Vidas. It means 99 lives. It's a gaming podcast. I'm privileged enough to be able to say that that's the #1 podcast in the Portuguese language about video games. I'm very proud of it. That's why I'm going to Rio. They're flying me out to do a talk. I'm actually going to get to interview Tim Schafer, if you guys know who he is. He did a bunch of video games in the 90s, a bunch of point-and-click adventures working at LucasArts, right? Why do you keep saying Brazilian dollars? Davi inquired. Because it makes more sense, I think, for the Americans to understand. Because if I say 10 reais, they're going to be like, what the fuck is that? I feel like saying Brazilian dollars is kind of funny, and they'll understand it better. Some guy says, I'm 15 and currently procrastinating homework. What homework, dude? Scratch Point said, I didn't know you had a podcast. That's awesome. That's so popular. Yeah, dude, Scratch, it's awesome. We've been doing it for a while. We started in 2010 or 11, I want to say. And it's the #1 podcast, gaming podcast in Brazil. To give an idea, Brazil is a country of 250 million people. So there's quite a few people that listen to it. It's actually great. Like I said, I'm very privileged that I have that many people that support my work and enjoy what I create. Yes, 5-minute movie guy said, Tim Schafer, the creator of Psychonauts and Grim Fandango. That's so awesome. Exactly. I'm going to get to interview this guy. This guy was a childhood hero of mine. Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle. Favorites to this very day. 5-minute movie guy. So, by the way, 5-minute movie guy, love his content. Razor says, Salve Izzy, how's it going, dude? Caio Bandeira, Izzy, tell the gringos the plot of City of God, the most Brazilian movie ever. City of God is a great movie. A lot of the North Americans, by the way, I wanna say this. When we say gringos, it's not a racial slur. I've noticed a lot of North Americans believe that gringo is supposed to be a racial slur. It's not. It's more a term of endearment. My family calls my wife a gringa. Erlich Quadro said, rat face is better. Mice are cute, rats are nasty. What is the stream about, kid? Nothing. I just wanted to talk to people about... I wanted to thank everybody for what the shit is going on, dude. I'm going to use some of these Brazilian dollars people just donated to get a haircut. The Faustian man... Am I pronouncing that right? Faustian? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. Saying, I'm flagging this video for racism. Please don't! We're already getting so screwed with AdSense right now. So Scratch Point said, I think it's because whenever it's used in Hollywood movies, it seems like a derogatory tone. That's correct. That's true. In movies, it's usually said, it's always said as a dismissive tone. I think the wife just got home. Rebecca? Hey, I'm doing a live stream. I'm doing an English live stream, the very first ever. Anyway, my wife just got home here. Izzy, why Brazilian dollars? Ricardo asked. Because, like I said, I feel like I'm going to have to answer the same questions a few times. Brazilian dollars to me just sounds kind of funny and makes more sense. I think the North Americans have an easier way understanding it. some guy said I'm Hispanic and I can sort of understand when you speak Brazilian. Did you watch some of my Portuguese videos? I've always noticed Brazilians have an easy way to. It's easier for us to understand Spanish, from my experience, than it is for Hispanics to understand Portuguese. At least for my Hispanic friends. It's going pretty well, the live stream. Yes, thank you so much, dude. If I pay $5, can I call you a Guero? Base Mama, first of all, thank you so much. I wanted to have Base Mama on the stream, but I have to figure out my Hangouts first. Like I was saying, my Hangouts is attached to my main channel, because that's where I used to do live streams, and I always had trouble. Every time I tried to stream, it would stream here. It was a pain in the ass, because I wanted to do a quick stream just to thank you guys for supporting me in these last few days, the new subscribers, the new people, the new faces. I want to do a quick one, and I'm going to do a later one featuring Base Mama from YouTube here. Louis Wurlitzer asks, do you watch 13 Reasons Why? It's very famous in Brazil. I have not watched 13 Reasons Why. From my understanding, yes. It's a show about... Hey, Rebecca! The wife is here. From my understanding, is a show about like stories of people who like almost committed suicide or something like that. Pretty heady stuff, like pretty serious stuff. I haven't watched it yet. I don't watch many dramas. I watch mostly comedy. Scratch Point said, "I'd love to stream sometime when you get everything sorted out." Absolutely, I want to have as many people coming on to stream with me, because I like people coming on and talking. I like that. I don't like so much being by myself here. So yeah, Base Mama and Scratch. When I have this all set up. Yeah, I definitely want to have as many people as possible. I'm emotionally unstable because of that show, said Shard's Motion. Yeah, it's like suicide. It's a pretty serious topic. It's a pretty intense subject, and I saw a bunch of people were very upset. Hey, you're on. They can see you. And I was this is my wife Rebecca, by the way, and I can see why somebody said Beba, please.
Izzy.
Yes.
Do you want dinner?
Yes, I do.
Move over there.
Chicken? No, fish.
I was thinking tacos.
All right, tacos sounds good.
Beef tacos.
Okay, sure. Sounds about right.
You gonna eat it?
Yes, I will eat it.
Okay.
Why not? Somebody said, "Hi, Mrs. Izzy." Base Mama just said hi. You just turned your back on Base Mama.
What's up?
But yeah, so this is the wife. Ricardo Del Sol said, recommend a recent comedy show you like. The latest, the last Dave Chappelle specials, Netflix specials were great. The first one, not so much. The second one, I swear to God, and she can vouch for this, I was laughing so hard. I was in bed. I had just finished work. I was in bed. I was laughing so fucking hard. I was streaming tears down my fucking face. She actually kicked me out to the living room because I was laughing so hard. The bed, I was having like one of those full body shakes. You know what I mean?
At that time I kicked you out of bed.
That's exactly. I was watching the day. See, I was watching the Dave Chappelle special.
Dick.
I was watching the Dave Chappelle special, and I was laughing so hard that she kicked me out of the bedroom.
It was the middle of the fucking night.
It was.
It was the middle of the fucking night. And you're lying beside me, going.
It was a great show. Everybody knows it's a great show. Shard's Motion says, there's just so much stuff going on in the show, and it's very sad, and it makes you wonder how you would feel if you were in that position. Then the tears come in. Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it yet. I watch a lot of comedy because that's just my headspace. I watch comedy much more than I watch drama. So that show, like a show about suicide, is just a little much for me. Maybe not. Wang is here! Holy shit, Wang! In case you guys don't know, Wang, I just got very excited because Wang is on the stream. He said, "What makes you rage?" Wang is the best. Wang has Rebecca. Rebecca, what the fuck? This is YouTube. This is supposed to be friend and family. Friendly.
Well, you're the one who screamed Wang.
Okay, Wang is my buddy from YouTube. He does he has a great show. He did the best first April's Fool video. Mine was shit compared to Wang's. Go check out Wang's channel. Love that guy. Base Mama says it was a great show. Yeah, I gotta watch it sometime, Base Mama. Like I said, I haven't been in the right headspace to watch a show about suicide. From my understanding, it's about 13 people who killed themselves, and there's they explain the 13 reasons why they did it. Right? That's all I got from seeing what I saw on Twitter. I love Wang, Mrs. Izzy in 2017. I'm drunk as fuck watching you in Brooklyn. Wang, I wish you would come to VidCon. By the way, Base Mama, I assume you're coming to VidCon, right? Very excited to meeting all of you guys. So the Foster man say, hey, whatever happened to the lawsuit in Brazil? Did that ever get resolved? Interesting story, right? So In the meantime, there was a secondary lawsuit. Long story short, I'll link his channel right now, dude. Wait a second here. Let's see here. Where's his name here? Where's his name? Lil Wang. Go to channel. Let me open it up here. I think it's gonna start playing his shit, but here you go. It's right here. I just linked Wang's channel. I highly recommend it. Love that guy. You gotta do more videos, dude. By the way. What was I saying? I completely forgot what I was talking about. Holy shit, this hat is a little tight in my head. Anyway, Tim will appreciate. I'm not sure if Tim is still on the stream. I haven't seen him talking in a while, but Tim will definitely appreciate this. Tim is like the biggest Star Wars fan I know. Lewis corrected me. He said, no, it's about a girl that kills herself, and the 13 tapes explains why. I think he means, okay, yeah, the girl committed suicide, left tapes in which she recorded why those people led her to kill herself. Yeah, that's fucked. I hope it's not a true story, because that will get me even more down. Luis Guilherme just says, by the way, Guilherme, interesting fact, the Portuguese version of the name William, in case you didn't know. He says, hey Izzy, I'm a big fan of your Portuguese and English channel. I was waiting for the first English channel stream. It's the very first one. You're here. Just an observation. Izzy looks like the Chicken Man from Toy Story. I get that a lot. It's either Chicken Man from Toy Story or Mundane Matt or Kevin Smith. It's always those three. Yo, Izzy, happy YYC Day, says Mr. Pro Poutine. Is YYC Day? For those who don't know, I live in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. YYC is the hashtag of the city. It's named, that hashtag is basically the name of the airport code. YYC is the airport code. Selena Ryan says, hi Izzy, watching from New Zealand, love your videos. Selena, thank you so much for being here. When did you start watching my channel? I'm always curious. Whenever I see new faces, new names, I'm always curious. What was the first video that you watched? Because I just did 3 videos that went really popular. I'm assuming most of you guys, the new faces here, came on my channel because of these new ones. My Suicide Forest video is constantly one of the most visited on my channel. People are just interested in the sort of stuff. It says Critical Eats Japan. I know the forest here, Toki, whatever. I've done a video on this forest like years and years ago, because I have a little documentary series about like unexplained mysteries and things like that, and I covered that forest. Very creepy. People go there to die, basically. It's really creepy. Tyler Durden says, you heard 4chan has tracked down Shia's live stream hut, apparently? Yes. I haven't dived into that because I'm going to Brazil in about a week's time, and I just haven't had the time to like really follow that as much as I would like to follow. But yes, I know that they're on that shit. Oh my land, I just noticed he looks like the guy from Toy Story. Yeah, I get that all the time, dude. Let's see what else. Yo, dude, when are you gonna say Chatuba de Mesquita? Right now. Hey, Izzy, long fan from Brazil. Long-time fan from Brazil. Congrats on the first English live stream. Gabriel, thank you so much, dude. Astro is here. Hey, Izzy, Astro, the Astro N8 from Twitter, tuning in. Love the show. Astro, thank you so much for joining. You're watching what I'd like to say is history. This is my very first English live stream ever. New here from Morocco. Red One is from fucking Morocco. That's crazy. Tim just reminded me that there's a Last Jedi trailer tomorrow, and I hope it comes out in the morning, because I would hate to be at work when this comes out. Mark will say, hey Izzy, I'm from Brazil, I live in Recife. Say hi. Hey, hi Marcos. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I went down to Japan and missed my chance to visit Aokigahara. That's the name of the forest. I don't know if I can forgive myself. I'm not sure if I'd want to go, dude. All those skeletons and shit lying around. Why is there a gun? There is a gun right here. That's not the only one. There's a few other ones, but spoiler, it's an airsoft gun. It's not a real gun. Glad to be a part of it, says Astro. Astro, thank you so much. Star Predator 64 says, watching from Regina, my first video was from the Get Subscribers Guide. It's bullshit, and I love the way you did the video. Keep it up, man. Your stuff is great. Dude, thank you so much. You're kind of my neighbor. You're from Regina. You're pretty close. I found you from your How to Grow Your Channel video is bullshit, says Malva. I see a lot of people saw my that was the first video a lot of people saw. Somebody asked, I'm not sure who, Devon Dalman, can you solve a Rubik's Cube? I can solve a 5x5. I cannot solve a 5x5. I can solve the 3x3. It's fairly easy. I'll just start here, and I'll keep answering some questions as I solve this shit. Hopefully I won't get too distracted. The thing is, I have a yellow light on here, so the yellow and the white kind of mesh together. It's very confusing, but I'll try. Let's see here. 5x5 cube uses the same code as the 3x3. Is it though? Congrats on the first English stream. Will you keep them coming? Says Shadow Chaos 367. Absolutely. What about the United States and North Korea situation? Asks Bruno. Brunold 2505. Haven't followed that up so much. I understand that Kim Jong Un. I always confuse those three. I haven't been following it as much. My understanding is that he's threatening to blow up something, and then the UN goes and gives him money, and then he keeps quiet for a couple of years. I don't know. Scratch Point says, I like the guitar, by the way. I have one just like it, but in Sunburst. I have a Sunburst Les Paul as well, and I have two others that I put away. I moved 2 months ago, and I still haven't put everything together here in my apartment. Captain Gold says, can you give me a shout out? Big shout out to Captain Gold. Thank you for being on my very first stream. Tyler Durden is just algorithms, though. He's referring to solving the Rubik's Cube. Haven't started yet. Yes, it's very impressive to solve a Rubik's Cube to people who don't know what you're doing. But in reality, it's just you memorize a couple of movements. So you look at the cube, you recognize a certain position, and then you start doing stuff that you memorized. It's a lot easier. Like a lot of people look at people that can solve a Rubik's Cube and they see them as geniuses, but it's nothing like that. It's actually a lot easier. Shards Motion says, I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube at all. I actually learned this on YouTube. There's a lot of videos that teach you if you have the patience. And I used to work as a security guard for the federal courthouse, the local federal courthouse. And I had nothing to do because I was in the security control room. So all I did all day was watch YouTube videos and learn how to solve this shit. As a matter of fact, my entire channel is in English, says André Campana. You're like me, so you're a Brazilian doing English channels. 5-minute movie guy explained, yeah, Trump's threatening to attack North Korea if they do a nuclear bomb test. Shit, man. Astro Media says, watching live from Houston, by the way, God bless. Texas. I was just in Houston a couple of weeks ago as a flyover because I was going to Brazil for like a speaking engagement. And you know what's funny? I'll tell you a funny story. I'm stupid. I stopped at a like a little kiosk to buy something for the wife, like a little souvenir, right? And it struck me as odd that there's so many NASA memorabilia. And I'm like, wow, these people here in Texas really like NASA. Why the fuck? Like, what is it with all the NASA t-shirts and hats and all the... And then it hit me, Houston, of course. And I felt absolutely stupid. Captain Brazil said, hey, Izzy, first English live, long-time Brazilian fan, all the best. Thank you so much, dude. Kawamoto said, Izzy, will you change your content in Portuguese? No, I'll keep doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing a lot more English videos because I guess I finally found my voice, so to speak. I finally found my rhythm. I'm from Houston, says some guy. Right on, dude. Hope you enjoy your stay, however short. Yeah, it was great. I can say you have a great airport. That's all I can say. That's all I saw. I actually did a cross-country trip in the States in 1999. My whole family, my dad. We rented a Chevy Cavalier, if you can believe that. And then a family of 5 crossed the entire United States almost in a fucking Chevy Cavalier, dude. It was brutal. Anyway, Astro says, yeah, we have Johnson Space Center. That's why we're Space City. Real cool history here. I am a huge space nerd. I'm a huge fan of space flight, of space exploration. So as you can imagine, I had to buy some. There we go. It's done. Again, it's not as complicated. It's not as smart as it looks. It's really just a you memorize algorithms, as somebody said. I forget who. Astro said, yeah, heck yeah, I do most of my work there. Did you fly it on WestJet? They come straight from Calgary. Yes, I did fly WestJet, and I'll probably be there. I have to check my tickets, but I think I'll be there again in a week. Devon Dalman says, I can solve 5x5, not the same algorithms. It uses the same near the end, but there's a lot more to get there. I cannot even do a 4x4. Pedro says, when you say some guy, I jumped to the comments to see if you just didn't see the name. No, the guy's name is actually some guy, yeah. Iznog says, I hope you guys don't mind this ridiculous hair I got going on. What is your take on the recent events in the Middle East? Iznog, my take is bombing the Middle East has never worked, it seems. Arming people that are our friends to take on the enemy also never worked. I understand that it seems callous to just let dictators and madmen run wild on the Middle East, but it's one of those situations where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So I don't know. Somebody said, let me go back here. Sorry for not responding. If I go into these long answers, I end up skipping a bunch of people. I'm just gonna real quick here. Let me do a little tweet. Come in. There we go. I just wanted to tweet out this thing here. Anyway, back to you guys here. Jordan says, "Hey Izzy, it's Becca's cousin. Jordan, how's it going, dude? It's crazy because I used to it's so weird. Like this is when you know when you feel old. I got my wife's cousin here, Jordan. And it's weird because I used to see this guy at family reunions and things like that. He was a little guy. And now he's on YouTube and he's typing things on YouTube. That's crazy. Gary says, I need to get another electric. Thinking Fender because it was my first guitar I ever owned. They are nice. Plus, my biggest influence was Inge Malmsteen for shredding, of course. Gary, I'm not a big fan of Fender. I've always been a fan of the Les Paul. I have 2 of them. And the only reason I don't have more is because I don't play them very often. Because if I was a guitar player, shit, it'd be like wall to wall, just Les Pauls everywhere. When I moved to Canada, I always wanted... Les Pauls are very expensive in Brazil, like most of the things. So when I moved to Canada, I wanted to have 2. Like, in my mind, I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have one, like, that's exactly the one I wanted, and a red one. Starburst, in fact. Captain Brazil asks, CCXP, are you coming, Izzy? He's referring to the Brazilian Comic-Con. I'm not going. I wasn't invited, and I don't fly to Brazil very often. Lately, I've only go to Brazil when they fly me out because it's expensive. Star Predator 64 asked, hey Izzy, where would you say is your favorite place in Canada? Is personally because my favorite so far, but I would love to take I think I fucked up the syntax entirely. Let's try that again. Hey Izzy, where would you say your favorite place in Canada is? Personally because BC is my favorite. I thought he meant because he meant BC, British Columbia. BC is my favorite so far, but would love to take a trip to Eastern Canada. Your thoughts? Star, I've never been to BC. I've always wanted to go to Vancouver. Never had the opportunity. I actually know very little of Canada geographically. I used to live near Toronto years ago. I've been living in Calgary for about 10 years. You know what's funny? Calgary is the city that I've lived the longest in my entire life. Really weird. I feel like this is my hometown, even though it's not. Nintendo 2009 said, what up, bro? Nintendo, thank you so much for being here. Where are you from? Guys, tell me where you're from. I'm always curious to know where you guys are from. You know why? This is why. When I do content in Portuguese, I know exactly where everybody's from. Everybody's from Brazil, right? And most people are from around São Paulo, because that's where the majority of the internet denizens live. But when I create content in English, there's a buddy here from Morocco, there's a dude from Texas, there's people from everywhere, because when you're creating content in English, you're not just reaching I'm so used to only reaching one specific people, just Brazilians. And now that I create content in English, I'm always curious, like, where's this guy from? This guy could be from India, could be from Australia. There was somebody else from New Zealand here. So here we go. So Scratch Point is from New York. Laura Hayes is from Portugal. That's cool. Although I could have reached her with Portuguese anyway. So there's a bunch of people from Brazil. Tyler Durden's from England. I got some people, a bunch of people from Brazil. Let's see here. Pedro is from Edmonton. Shadow Chaos is from Rio countryside, right in the middle of nowhere. Arthur say he's from Greenland, but I think he's lying. Gary is talking about, he said, I own the Les Paul once, long story, but I love it for playing Zeppelin classic rock. They're great guitars, Izzy. Thank you for the feedback. Right on, man. Thank you so much for being here, for spending a little bit of your time with me. Pro Poutine says, Calgary, I probably live down the street from you. There's a guy here from Fortaleza, which is my hometown in Brazil. Devon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is from Georgia. What else?
Ready.
Holy shit, that was quick. Base Mama says, I'm indigenous, but everyone thinks I'm Jewish, so there you go. You know what's funny? My actual name is Israel, right? And everybody always asks me if I was Jewish. And I was like, no, I'm not. It's just my parents were Christians, and the name Israel is very significant to the Christian, let's say, I don't want to say mythos, because I know some people would be offended by that, but it's very important for the Christian culture. And I found out later in life that I'm actually of Jewish descent. I found out this very recently. So João said, hey Izzy, a Fortaleza subscriber here, my hometown as I mentioned. Awesome work you've been doing in both your channels. Have you considered making a video about concept art? What about it? I don't know much about, I'm not much of an artist. From my thumbnails, you probably would have known this. Mr. Probotine says, a wild wife appears. Yeah, she's calling me for work. Jordan said, you do awesome job, Izzy. Hopefully you can see each other soon. I love the English channel. Keep up the good work. Yeah, dude, I definitely want to come visit soon. I haven't been in Ontario for years. Somebody's messaging me here on my, see, I'm living in the future. I'm getting messages on my fucking watch. What does it mean again? Fights with God or something. That's correct, Tyler Durden. Genesis 32:28. That's what Israel means. It means he who fought God and men and prevailed. Pretty badass name. What does her name mean again? I forgot.
To bind.
To bind? Bind what?
Sexily.
Okay, that's not what it means.
Actually, the biblical,
I know that's not what it means.
Spelling REBEKH means to bind.
You're awesome on cancerous thumbnails. Yes. Okay, I gotta go. All right, guys. This is much longer than I expected. I was gonna do like a quick 10-minute thing. I'm really sorry I didn't get to answer to all of your questions, but I gotta head out and eat because yeah. But yeah, just to answer the last question here, Orphan Minerva, last movie you watched? Shit, what was it? Oh, I think it was The Matrix. But yeah, so thank you so much, Base Mama, for being here. Tyler Durden, Mariano P, Muzi, Gabriel Mendez, Jordan, Shadow Chaos. Who else? Captain Gold. He says, "Me and my brother love your videos. Thank you so much, dude." Scratch Points, John Medeiros. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll be back. I'll do some more live streams. Thank you so much for everybody who donated, especially Caio Bandera. He donated 50 Brazilian dollars. I know you hate it when I say 50 Brazilian dollars, so that's why probably I keep saying it. All right, I gotta go, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.